All right, so this is a suggestion via a donation. The name of the song is In the Ghetto. This is coming from the artist Elvis Presley. Let's encounter it. We also have the lyrics pulled up just in case we need them, guys, all right? We generally do. Either way. Let's encounter it.
As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto.
Okay.
And his mama cries. But if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. People, don't you understand? The child needs a helping hand. You're gonna be an angry young man someday. And take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Or do we simply turn our heads and look the other way? Where the world turns.
All right, so this is definitely a call for empathy specifically. We'll have definitely a much longer conversation kind of towards the end here. But as of right now, listen, his vocals are absolutely astonishing here, guys, right? I love this high baritone vibe that he's kind of delivering here. I love his overall low vibrato he's also delivering. And kind of by default, I'm generally attracted to hearing an amazing sounding choir kind of on anything, right? It kind of gives a gospel feel to a very hard subject matter here, guys.
And a hungry little boy with the runny nose plays in the street as a cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns. So he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal, and he learns how to fight in the ghetto. Then one night in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, he steals a car, he tries to run, but he don't get far, and his mama cries.
Oh my God.
As a crowd gathers round, an angry young man face down in the street with a gun in his hand in the ghetto. And as the young man dies, on a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child is born in the ghetto.
It's a loop. It's a cycle, a cyclical.
And his mama cries.
It is cyclical. It is, guys. It is. Yo, you're welcome, sir. Thank you for letting me encounter this with you. Hold on, one moment here, guys. Have a conversation for a second here. This is probably one of the first times we're hearing a song with this level of depth that specifically is not, romanticizing the idea of poverty, but in fact, they're pointing out the facts that, hey, listen, a lot of the problems that are being experienced are basically cyclical, and they're going to consistently be kind of redone once the last one basically has kind of run its course with its existence, let's say this year. This is definitely a super sad thing here. This is something that's also not indicative exclusively to the United States of America, but it is very prevalent within the United States of America because generally, because it's so prevalent in certain communities, let's just say this year, it's romanticized in some of the communities, if that makes any sense here, because that is the lived experience of the majority, let's say this year also. It's definitely a super, super sad existence to kind of live within. But I think the only question I have here is that what actually can be done to kind of fix this issue where we can still kind of get a solid return on investment, not giving benefits for the sole purpose of doing it blindly and not focusing specifically on, being in promotion of non-nuclear households here. Listen, I understand because people always try to point this out here. there are certain circumstances, not very many circumstances, but certain circumstances where it is definitely the greatest thing in the world to not be with the person who gave you your child. Let's just say this year, right? But it's very important to maintain nuclear kind of parentage, guys. If you look at all the other communities, and specifically outside of like ghettoized areas, generally you run into married households. Generally, right? And so when you start looking into certain like super hyper impoverished areas that are suffering through like ghettoization, let's just say this year, you'll start to immediately realize that that may be the problem, guys, right? Stop giving benefits that are basically in promotion to destroy nuclear households and be surprised at the outcome. Okay, don't be surprised at the outcome, guys. Secondly, here, obviously, we need to start working on fixing the young ones. Right. So from the age of 0 to 5, that's like the most important block here. So if they grew up with their single mother specifically struggling, and I mean crazily struggling, how do you think their life is going to be truthfully? I mean, there are always exceptions to the rules, and people will argue that, well, I went through this and I'm fine. Then you're the exception, that you're not the rule in the context of this here. And so when I say these things, fix that. Right. Make it so they have actually something that can, I don't know, be beneficial to their future, let's just say this year, and not consistently leave them in survival mode, right? The entirety of their life. Because obviously when you're doing this, you know, you never know where that's going to actually end. And apparently in these type of areas, it ends bad consistently. Okay. We need some like behavior modification type of thing, guys. That'll be an absolutely amazing thing if we can do here. But not in like a straight brutality type of way, but in a way that absolutely has the ability to kind of help people. And I would say second or thirdly here, fix the environment, right? Because you can't be surprised that you keep kind of getting the same outcome when you keep putting in the same effort, right? I mean, it's not a really intelligent thing to think that something's going to change if everything is the same, because that's the result of that action, if that makes any sense here, right? So if you're living in like hyper ghettoized areas, specifically, and these areas are basically falling down, the buildings are falling down, the pipes are basically full of lead, and all of these things here, lead is basically known, and mold, to immediately, like literally lower IQs. Okay. So now imagine you're trying to teach someone that is already an adult that has gone through this entire process something new. Their IQ has already been obliterated due to the lead and mold they basically grew up with from the ages of 0 to 5. Like, what are you really expecting here? But also at the same time, you know, also known for like increasing overall aggressiveness. So again, you're in a situation or some like housing project where everyone is going through the same thing and everyone is just mad for no reason all day, bro. Like, isn't that interesting? So there are 3 things that I know immediately would fix these areas, but unfortunately, people have gotten so comfortable with perceiving reality to be what they have grew up with. That I don't know if everyone kind of like large scale can actually learn not to be in promotion of some of the things that they're consistently in promotion of. It would be great if that was a thing, but I highly doubt that that is a plausible thing these days, at least, right? But it would be great, seriously. What if we do like a community owned micro business zone? I'm not talking about like Starbucks and like all of these other small like shops that are corporately owned. I'm talking about like barbershops, mobile detailers, like these type of things where people can basically get like, I don't know, 0 interest loans and things like this, for the sole purpose of growing their business. I think that also would be smart, because if you think about this here, ownership makes pride. Okay. And then pride creates order. And then now you're kind of also fixing issues here, guys. I mean, you're going to have to make it so the people in these areas have the ability to kind of thrive, right? And that, I think, would be the smartest, the safest financial way to fix areas, right? And I'm not talking about dumping unnecessary money into places that are creating these type of people that are literally doing nothing but creating more people to drain our national debt or to drag our national debt. Let's just say this year, because it's already ridiculously crazy, bro. Okay. But either way, listen, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I love this here. I love songs that we can have conversations about. And this is definitely one of these things that we can definitely have many a conversation about, guys. All right. This is my opinion, obviously, here, guys, right? But anyway, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later. Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies, and I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings. And we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry, right? Listen, like and subscribe.